like my team does a lot of the prep, and then when I'm on set, I do a lot of the on-set like organizing and you know, yelling at people.
Wait, is that your favorite part?
And self-rapping.
Is that the favorite part, though, you yell at people?
No, I don't like yelling at people.
Certainly me, him, everyone we talk to, like, I think we're all recognizing that we used to go to comedies and laugh a lot.
Yes.
We used to go to theaters. We used to go to theaters and laugh in big groups of people to the point where people were rolling in the aisles. That was my whole childhood.
Yeah.
We can clap. Thank you, let's clap.
Oh, God. This is normal, right? People go through stuff like this in the first year of marriage.
No.
First of all, I want to say for both of you that it's nice to see character-driven movies. We haven't seen that. I mean, I feel like it's been years since we've seen movies like, I look back at stuff I grew up in, Lost in America, stuff like that. How did both of you get involved? Starting with you, Dakota.
I had met the guys before the script was really written. It was kind of an idea, and it was like it needed some time and some focus, and then it came back around, and it was like all the characters were very detailed and very sort of fleshed out, and it was just an amazing dynamic of humans, and I loved it. So I said, of course, I would do it and produce it with them and develop it with them, and then Adria came on. We came on kind of around the same time. Around the same time,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I remember I read it different than Dakota. I read it sort of when it was at like the stage, like pretty much ready to film. And I just found it to be one of the funniest scripts I'd ever read. And the opening of this movie was so impactful to me. I remember reading it like 3 or 4 times. I was like, what in the world is happening? And then obviously I heard that Dakota was gonna, come on board, and I've been such a big fan of Dakota, and I was like, yes, and I got to work with her, and we didn't really get to do much together, but now I know her.
Hey, that's true. I feel like you don't get to do this kind of thing. I think this is such a perfect role for you too. I feel like this is such a, as a producer, how much did you get involved in the behind the scenes and kind of putting it together?
I mean, very much involved. We came on prior to Neon coming on, and once we were on, I think Neon then felt like this was a really go movie. So then we, obviously Mike and Kyle have their HODs that they love, and we were lucky to get Adam Newport-Berra, who Adria had actually worked with before. And then, a lot of, my team does a lot of the prep, and then when I'm on set, I do a lot of the on-set, organizing and yelling at people.
Wait, is that your favorite part?
Self-rapping.
Is that the favorite part, though, to yell at people?
No, I don't like yelling at people.
You don't seem the type to yell at people.
I don't need to.
I never heard you yell. I never heard you yell. Self-rap maybe once, but never yell.
Rap once, I did. But
It was deserved, right?
It was deserved, and we were in second meal penalty, and it was time.
It was time. And speaking of time, it is time. It was a pleasure. That was very unique, but nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. I've got to start here because you have this movie and it's a sweet, character-driven movie, and you go, they live. Yeah. You have a fight like They Live. Yeah. I swear to God, it's almost as long. Where the hell did that come from?
I think it came from the excitement of when the idea crossed our minds. We said, oh, we have to do this. You know when you get an idea, you go, I have to do this, and it doesn't go away, and you're like, and it was actually one of the first ideas we had for the film. We said, exploring these themes, and we said, well, what if this character, says, oh no, I'm fine, I'm totally confident, I know jealousy, and then his best friend and his wife sleep together, and he's like, hey, by the way, we slept together, and like the reaction is, it just all comes out like it opens floodgates, and that really became like it felt like something very relatable that we all can kind of feel, like when we've said one thing because we put armor up, and then all of a sudden we found out that wasn't true. That's not what we.
Yeah, or maybe we wished we had just beaten the shit out of someone instead of talked it through.
Yeah, maybe it's a wish
or ignored it.
movie.
You know what I mean? Like maybe that's what we need to do sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, we grow up on that. We see violence as in movies. We see, But honestly, what really I thought was interesting about this film is that we haven't seen movies like that. I grew up on Albert Brooks,
Right.
Lost in America, beautiful, one of the best.
Arthur Hiller, Blake Edwards.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
just like a whole generation of comedies that were a certain style and tone.
No Nora Ephron's anymore. There's none of that. This seems like it's a difficult sell to get out there, but you guys are kind of getting out there a lot. What's the trick?
Well, I don't think it's difficult. I don't find it to be a difficult sell. I think if anything, right now, especially in independent film, everyone's looking for like what feels new or different or even calling back to something that used to be a thing. And I think look, fans of film, certainly me, him, everyone we talk to, like, I think we're all recognizing that we used to go to comedies and laugh a lot. Yes. We used to go to theaters and laugh in big groups of people to the point where people were rolling in the aisles. That was my whole childhood.
Yeah.
And I have and I hadn't done that in a long time. And that's a very confusing thing. So when we set out to make this film, the only thing we said we were gonna make sure to do was like not hold back on the comedy and make like a proper screwball comedy that's just a fun time in the theaters. Now if it happens to like land for people emotionally with the characters, great. And that's that's sort of our sweet spot, but we wanted to really blow the doors off with the comedy.
Yeah, and you're very revealing in it. Your headphones.
Which is also hilarious. You know what I mean? I think it's part of it. I think there's a boldness to films, especially the films that we loved going into this movie from the 70s. There's just a boldness to what they were willing to do and where they were willing to go. And we said, absolutely, we want to follow suit.
Wow, well, dudes, we got to wrap, but congratulations, man. Seriously. You guys are awesome.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. JoBlo was created by movie fans for movie fans, and we appreciate your support.